Mr. Einloff.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sisk. How are you?
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey. Mag-room. Mag-room. The mag-room. The mag-room.
Last night, have you ever been a VIP at something?
Of course I've been a VIP.
Not where you feel like you go into the local bar in your place, in your strip, and they're like, hey, Mark, it's Mark. And everybody's excited because you get that all the time. But I mean like an actual, rich person gets a VIP experience.
Do you want to keep explaining what VIP treatment means or just accept my answer? Yes, I've been a VIP.
Do you want to describe it? I mean, I did it last night. That's why.
Yes, and I went to the first Baltimore Ravens playoff game. Well, I went with my ex-wife. I don't know if we were married at the time or not, but she was working for a company.
Living in sin.
Maybe. We might have been. But we didn't have sex until we were married. So yeah, I was chaste. But she was working for a printer that had luxury boxes. So we got to do a luxury box for the first ever playoff game. I think they were playing the Broncos. Fucking bitter cold. I had to stop like 3 different times to walk into buildings and like rub her. She had bad circulation. You want to talk about my ex-wife all episode long? She had really bad
we might get deep here somewhere.
She had really bad circulation.
Again.
Maybe. She had real bad circulation, so we had to stop. Like, I think we stopped 3 different times on the walk home, on the walk from the stadium to our car, to go inside. Anyway, it was very cold, but the game was great because I got to be in a luxury box. I could go outside and be in the cold and part of the stadium, or you could come back in and watch it on TV. Unlimited drinks. The best part about it, having your own bathroom. I don't know if you've ever been at a sporting event and had your own bathroom, but it's awesome.
Like
it's
you had your own individual, like each person had their own bathroom?
Our suite had one, so maybe
See, I don't, like after I've had this experience, I don't put it past it where there's be like 7 toilets in the seat and each person would have their own.
I bet whatever the stadium in Seattle is probably has something like that.
There's another luxury box above the one that you had that basically has 7 toilets, and they serve baby seal for food, and that was just killed out of the harbor.
You get a concubine with your the purchase of your ticket. No, she's coming home with you tonight.
So I've only done the schlub. So I had a friend, Adam Blue from Gunnery. I hadn't talked to him in a while. Who's like, hey, I got some tickets to the Mets game. He's like, I don't know that many Mets fans. No one really does. There's not that many Mets fans.
Jerry Seinfeld.
He's like, do you want to go with one of your kids? I'm like, oh, cool. Friday works. Kind of spontaneous. I'm trying to be a little more spontaneous. People say things, do it. Yes. Can't do Friday night in the mag room though, so I know Mark's going to be mad and probably yell at me. So, but we went and we're a little bit late, but we got there so we get there first. You have your own parking lot.
Just you and Teddy? I mean, you and Brennan?
Brennan, yeah, and him and his son.
Brennan has a son?
Yep, Brennan's son as well. He's a little mature for his age. No, it's like a lot with, I don't know, probably 50 cars in it. It's like lot G. I'm like, I've never heard of this lot. So we go to it, and you're like 50 cars in there. There's like 6 people to help you park, and you get right in. There's no like wait to get in. Then we walk up to the gate. Our ticket says a certain gate on it, but there's a gate with no people waiting. The other gate, like the schlub gate, has like 50, 100 people waiting to get in, go through security. And the lady like, we have this ticket. Where do we go? And the lady's like, oh, you can go in any gate with that ticket.
Yeah. World's your oyster tonight, sir.
They run you through the stuff, and then
How
one
many
lady
hot dogs would you like to eat?
Sees the ticket, like we go through, and then she's like, where are you going? Another person to help you.
Would you like yellow mustard or spicy
Usually
brown?
There's no one to help you except like a vague sign that kind of points you and says like, schlubs that way, and it's going to take you 12 minutes. She's like, oh.
Someone screaming it at you because you've got a Boston Red Sox hat on. That's happened to me before.
So she was like, yeah, you can go through the back of the team store and it'll get you right to your seats much quicker.
Oh, wow.
I was like, all right, cool. So we go that way.
Nice.
And it's a rain delay, so it was not supposed to rain, but it rains, it's lightning. So we're in the concourse waiting. We had seats like first and second rows. We weren't in a box, but we didn't go down there. But everybody, rain, everybody in the stadium goes into the inside area. So it's just jammed.
Yeah.
And it's 7. The boys haven't eaten. So they're like, Dad, we're starving. Both dads is whining to their dad. Starving. I need food. Yeah. Everybody's in line. So we look at the ticket and it's like, there's some club. A club thing. All right, let's go check that out. So we go check it. We go in. It's like you got to go through guy. You go in the door. Now, it's not all your food is paid for. But you go to there's one stand there that we waited for 3 minutes, maybe. And literally, how in the ballpark, you usually have to go, like, you want a hot dog, you have to go here. You want a ice cream, it's a different one. It's a pizza. They had everything at this one stand. It
was just for people that were on your level?
In the club, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and so we walk up.
What was it called? What was the name of the club? Like Mets
Delta
Club?
Sky 360 Club. So we walked. So literally, everybody was like, "I want pizza. I want a hamburger." And it was just like, "All right, we got it all. We pay." I mean, you had to pay for it. Yeah, and then we go down to our seats, and there's like a security guy there telling other people to be quiet. And the Mets sucked and lost. But there was a fireworks show after those.
So why did your buddy have these great tickets? What's the affiliate?
He's a pilot for a bank. So a bank has its own planes, like 3 planes, and he flies there. So I guess some family owns, it's like a privately owned, he didn't say the name of it. It doesn't really matter, but like privately owned bank. And they have all these tickets, the family. So like Rangers, Knicks, Mets. And if the family doesn't use them, then they just throw them out to like email. And then if you want it, and they just draw.
Nice. Okay.
So it was great. He said the secretary contacted and was like, "Oh, you got them. They're not the nice tickets though." I was like, "What are the nice tickets?"
You get to play.
Is there like a different club?
Yeah.
Like, do I get to sit next to the dugout or in the dugout?
It's like the real sketchy thing where you're eating like babies and you wear a mask and nobody knows who anybody else is.
Yeah, that would have been a different experience if all of a sudden we went into the middle of that when we were like, "Oh yeah, you could come in here," and it was like, "Oh boy, we're in Eyes Wide Shut."
Is Brendan allowed in the Eyes Wide Shut party? Probably not, right?
I've been like to the other dad, why don't we just each take a turn in the club and then we'll run into that. So I was a VIP for one night.
Nice. Well,
got home at 2 a.m. I realized my life had changed on the drive home when I was driving my Honda Fit, my 2013 Honda Fit, and the tire light comes on because the air's low for some reason, and I'm like on some road that there's hardly any gas stations. I'm like, this could just be it. I could just be stuck out here for the rest of the night sleeping in my car.
Yeah.
I went from Sky Club to sleeping in my $4,000 2013 Honda Fit on the side of the road.
You and Brendan just have to move into a cornfield
and I found a gas station and I had to pay for air. I'm like, so I went from all that free stuff to like I had to pay to put air in my tire.
Did you tell the attendant?
I'm like, do you understand? I had this ticket at the Mets game.
I'm in the Delta 360 Club. I'm pretty sure the air comes for free.
Yeah, could you?
I think you're actually supposed to do it for me.
I think you're actually supposed to blow in my tire yourself and
give me little hand warmer things while I wait.
Yeah. Maybe a coffee.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but if you need $1.75 in quarters, I just gotta the back. I didn't.
There you go, and you can use the bathroom that has all over the wall.
Yeah, I would not touch the door handle.
If you want to go to the bathroom. Tonight's my reunion, 30th reunion.
Oh yeah, nice.
I don't know how it's going to be.
Why? What aren't you looking forward to?
No, I think it could go like a ton of ways. I hope to have a few interesting conversations with people I haven't seen in a long time. I'm setting the bar low. That's it.
Yeah, you'll be fine then.
But I think it could be like awkward, maybe. I don't know. There's like 10 of us and 3 of us are bringing our wives. So the dinners, I'm a little concerned that the dinner is
about how drunk everybody gets.
Well, and what vulgarness level they're going to use. So
Michelle's not a Puritan or anything, is she?
No. But there's some of these guys on the fringes of this are another, like not my friends, but there's a few friends of friends that are joining in that it could be.
Oh, okay. Guys that you don't hang out with, really?
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's like 3 or 4 of them who, yeah. Like the guy,
as long as you don't get into a fist fight.
one guy, whenever he got drunk, would put like his penis in between his legs and pretend he had a vagina and walk around the party. And
my friend Matt or Justin had a roommate that used to do that. He'd come out.
Yeah.
He'd come out in the middle of a party. I saw him do it. He came out of a party and he sang some song about the ugly woman. Well, look at the ugly woman.
Like, has that ever been a thing that someone else?
And everybody laughed. I laughed, I guess. But then Justin's like, yeah, he does that all the time.
Yeah, like maybe the first time.
Do it once. Yeah.
You want like a rerun of that ever?
See, I thought you would be into that being you like catchphrases and stuff. I thought you'd like the ugly woman.
Look, it's the ugly woman again, everybody.
Here comes the ugly woman. I wish I could remember how the song went. It was something about ugly woman. And he did look, because he had long hair too. I was rushing around to get ready for you. Did I tell you I found $98 on the floor?
Oh, that's where we started, that you found on the floor. So what are you going to do with that?
I don't know. My friend Matt, aka my new girlfriend, his parents are in town, and I'm going out to dinner with them tonight.
So you're going to be like, I'm going to pitch $98 into the evening.
$98 to put towards the cause.
Do you just start doing the thing with your fingers where you rub it off your fingers and flip it at them?
I don't lose much. I misplace a lot. I
love the nuance of that.
I find money.
So you mean
in my
you find it
all
later?
The time. Yeah, I generally find things. I'll think that I lose my keys, but then I'll find them. I'll think that I lost my phone, but I went out. And maybe I was here editing a little bit or something, but I had about $90 in my pocket. And then when I got to my destination, I didn't have $90 in my pocket anymore. So
did you question whether you ever had it?
I wish I could pick my shorts. I wish I knew if I could urge companies to make shorts with better pockets in them. I'm wearing a pair of shorts right now that are made by West Marine. They have gigantic, lovely, huge pockets that you could put anything in, and they will never fall out.
I'm envisioning the pocket you have on your shorts right now.
It goes like my hand fits up to there in the pocket.
That is a ridiculously
about
large
4 inches up on my wrist. But
do you want one all the way to your elbow? Would that work if it was like an elbow?
I just want a big pocket. I don't need a whole lot of.
But why? But they don't advertise. Like men's stuff never says like with deep pockets.
Yeah, maybe.
So you want that on there. You want them to advertise that. Why don't you start a clothing line of
big pocketed clothing?
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that sounds like a good idea. I don't know.
Sure. Or start a protest of the places that don't have lips. Say it's against people with large hands. It's
I guarantee you
discriminating.
They would think it was about like money or debt or finance, deep pockets. I literally want deeper pockets. I want actual deeper pockets of pants. I don't want.
Look at you being for the rich man.
No. I just want more pocket room for
experience. I get it.
No, I just want to be able to put my keys in there and not have them fall out when I sit in my car seat.
So nice. What are you going to do with it? You're going to treat everybody to dinner? Well, I guess that's not everybody. $98 doesn't get you far these days.
No, I'm excited. I haven't seen.
They're coming down from Connecticut?
Yeah.
Fun.
For the weekend to see their son Matthew, who I think I'm dating now. And
is this where you guys tell them that you have a single guy bromance?
I've known him I used to basically live at their house.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Bands back together.
For my evening too. You get your reunion with your high school friends. I get to see my best friend's parents.
All right. Anything else from your week?
Dilettantes.
Any other fun Mark stories? Hey,
I had a boring week. I had a boring Mark week. I don't know. I actually went to the dentist, and
was it Prentice Dentist?
My dentist. I don't even know what my dentist's last name is.
That is amazingly weird.
Alvarez or something.
Hey, guy.
I'm only including my dentist story in this f***ing episode because my mom always gets on my case. Debbie, I feel like their 6 months is coming up. Are you gonna? I do a terrible my mom impersonation. But she always bothers me about going to the dentist. So mom, I went to the dentist.
Mom should do that. Mouth hygiene is very important.
Whatever. I wish I didn't have any teeth at all.
Yeah, go to George Washington, get some wooden things. They still make wooden dentures?
I've been watching some whittling videos on YouTube. Maybe I
can
can make
make
my
'em.
own dentures.
Yeah.
It'd be way too big, I bet.
It'd
It'd be way too big.
Your jaw would just be sore all the time for fitting around this ginormous denture thing you built. Or you'd make them too small and you'd swallow it. That's amazing to me. You don't know your dentist's name, though.
He doesn't do anything. The girl
Yeah,
cleans
and
my
they
teeth.
come in for 5 seconds. Everything went great.
No, it's always
Does
the
the
opposite.
dentist
with
get
me.
paid the most in that
Definitely.
relationship?
Yeah, well, he's the one that does the surgeries and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean for that part. But when you get a cleaning, the hygienist does like all the work, and then he just comes in and is like closes it at the end.
Yeah, and he says numbers. Did you see?
Yeah.
Would you see his thing? Number
Bicuspid 17.
Yeah.
We got some degeneration in 14.
Yeah, my number 46 here has got a chip on it.
I don't think you have 46 teeth.
Like a shark. I've got 3 rows of teeth.
He's like, oh boy, this guy goes up to 68 teeth. Yeah, if you're not in pain, it's mostly fine. But it can go sideways quickly.
Ugh, I hate it.
Okay.
I hate all the noises, and dentists are always creepy, and like, why would that be what you want to do with your life? You know, that's the last profession I would ever choose, I think. Going into people's mouths, that's so gross. Just
Yeah, I think the
putting your
poop would
fingers in a
would
studio.
probably be over it for me, but I understand what you mean.
What's the poop?
Like cleaning poop or
Job-related poop, yeah.
yeah.
I'd choose poop over teeth, I think.
Sure.
You probably wouldn't have to touch the poop. You just have to be around the poop, right?
Yep, yep.
I wouldn't have to handle poop.
Should I do some Sisk stories? First one is about regrets. Do you have regrets, Mark?
Regrets? I've had a few. Yeah, of course. I hate people that say they don't have any regrets.
So there's a guy on Family Feud who they asked him, like, what's the biggest mistake you made at your wedding? You know how, like, the host comes out and he has some banter
Okay.
with the guy and with the people. Like, hey, and the guy's like, oh, I was saying I do or whatever, and then laughed. And then a few months later, his wife was murdered. And he's the number one suspect. So there's like a double regret there. Like you said,
I shouldn't have said that on on TV.
yeah, yep. The title was like Family Feud contestant who joked about regretting marriage on game show found guilty of murdering wife.
A Family Feud contestant who joked on national TV that getting married was a mistake, now on trial, accused of
They're gonna
killing
play
his
the clip?
estranged wife.
Well, she's pretty.
What's the biggest mistake you made at your wedding?
Honey, I love you, but said I do.
Oh, it was the kid.
Not my mistake. I love my wife.
Authorities say in February.
Once you go on TV with your wife, you probably shouldn't murder her. 'Cause I feel like having the whole world see you guys
There's
together-
clips. There's clips after that. Yeah.
Yeah. If you and Michelle ever become...
This podcast will get played for sure if I murder my wife.
Right. You probably
Maybe it'll
shouldn't have
make
said
it.
that.
Maybe it'll
Because I
take
could-
it off.
Because at the end of this episode, you're definitely going to be saying something about murdering your wife.
Maybe it'll take off though. This will be the thing that, like, if one of us said something and then did it, they'd have to play.
So, like,
Host
said
of
what?
the mag room did
Said what?
X and said X.
There's no good way to kill your wife. That you're not going to be the number one
You sound like you
suspect.
really thought about this.
Well, I mean, we should have some sort. What if she's just awful, you know, and you just got to kill her? There's got
Maybe
to
just get divorced. There's a way out. It's
Yeah.
not like the 4th century, like where you couldn't get divorced or.
So you're saying that would be a better avenue? That's probably right.
Like if you had said to me, Jarrod, I'm really not getting along with my wife. I think I'm going to murder her. I would have been like, maybe you should just look at divorce. That's a thing, you know, and yeah, you might get caught for the murder. Probably.
You always get caught. I think I'm going to, maybe that's going to be another thing for our shows. Guys, don't kill your wives.
At the
I
end,
think, yeah.
put down your phone and don't kill your wife.
Put down your gun. Don't kill your wife because you're never going to get away with it. It's just.
How about don't kill anybody?
Why don't we start with like baby steps?
Okay. Be good,
Your
be
wife.
kind. We were going to do be kind for a while.
This is along those lines.
Yeah.
Put down your phones. Men don't kill your wives. And stick with the back room. I just think you can't do it. It's one of those things you're not going to get away with.
No. There was also second story. So literally, this was right after we do public service things on this show as well, right? Like you just did. Don't murder your wife.
Don't kill your wife.
The more you know. Basically, there's been a number of encounters between orcas and boats, where the orcas
I've heard of this.
have attacked the boat. It said one of the orcas had a traumatic incident with a boat. The orca is named White Gladys, which seems like like some sort of old school woman who ran a brothel. Like, oh yeah, you got to talk to White Gladys. She's in charge.
Or what you would call cocaine if you were trafficking it.
Oh, that'd be a good name for it, yeah. But White Gladys taught the other orcas aggressive behaviors to attack the boats.
Okay.
And everybody imitates it, and then they attack all the boats, and they've been sinking the boats. Coordinated attacks.
Are they killing the people too?
Well, I mean, the boats sink, and...
Do the people get rescued, or do they die?
It just said they've sunk the boats, so maybe people have gotten out.
Have you ever watched videos of orcas hunting, like on those BBC Earth videos?
They mention that on here, something.
They are the smartest. They are so incredibly...
Yeah, they're like sadistic, I think.
There'll be a seal on top of an ice floe, and they'll swim. They'll get like 3 of them to swim under it and whip their tails real hard when they're underneath it, and it breaks the thing. The seal goes in the water, and they just tear it to shreds. Fascinating creatures because they're so big. They're the apex predator up there, and they're so smart, and I think they're really fast in the water. They're just really interesting, and they have, like you said, they're very. They adapt to things like that, like sinking ships. I don't know how they figured out which specific orca is teaching the other ones how White Gladys got to be get all the recognition.
Well, everybody listens. Here, nobody listens to anyone, right? If you were like, I'm mad at the company's not making deep-pocketed pants, let's go attack the store, you'd be like, Mark, you're just nuts. I don't really care that much. But White Gladys is like, this boat ran into me. Let's go sink a bunch of boats. And everybody's like, that sounds cool. All right, yeah, so that was just public service. Watch out for the orcas. If you poop in the stream near where the orcas are, be careful.
And go on YouTube and watch orca videos. I went down that rabbit hole a few years ago. They're really, really cool creatures.
Cool.
And they kill people sometimes. Not very often, though.
The third story, the last one, is a little bit political. I know we don't like to be political on this show. I agree with that. But do you know what would you say if somebody said they got sandbagged? What would you think that meant?
Usually it means if you're sort of hiding an ability, I think. Like you underplay your ability to do something, I think is how I've heard it used. If you're playing softball and you're a right-handed batter, but you bat left-handed, so you look a little less good than you are, and then I don't know, whatever happened that you'd have to bat right.
Yeah, you make a big
sandbagging.
You make a big wager later. They're like, oh yeah, but I'm really left-handed, and then you sandbag it at the beginning to make everyone think you're not as good. So this weekend, Joe Biden tripped at the Air Force graduation, and he said he got sandbagged. And I was like, I don't understand what that means. So I read the article, and basically his spokesperson said he tripped over a sandbag. So that's how he used it, that he tripped over a sandbag. But it made it sound like that he did it to him. Like, was it like a practical joke? They're like, you're going to put the sandbag where Joe's going to go, and he's going to fall over it.
Good luck in your senior year.
It was like holding down something.
Oh, okay. It was there. He didn't lie.
There was a sandbag on stage while he was shaking hands. Sandbags supporting the teleprompter.
I got a bunch of sandbags in my house. I got big 80-pound sandbags that I put in front of my garage if it starts to rain heavy.
So if you tripped on it, would you tell someone you got sandbagged?
Yeah. I guess so. I never...
Mark, what happened to your face? I got sandbagged. Yeah, I just wondered if it was a practical joke. It would be great if the whole politics thing just pivoted to like whoever was running for the presidents just played practical jokes on each other would be a great change, I think. Or like messed with their teleprompter, and then nobody like used like this. They used for political later, like, oh, he's old, and which they were going to do. But it would have been great if like Trump was like, yeah, I told somebody to put it there. Isn't that great? And then Joe gets him back, like changes his teleprompter. So he says something goofy, and then he admits it, and everybody just admits all these practical jokes. And the news media starts covering it and just talking about how much fun it is that the guys aren't taking it too seriously.
Be the opposite of the slander ads, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
like they just get me more interested in politics.
If you were just waiting to see like what the next joke was going to be. So another public service. Watch out for the sandbags.
Is gold bricking? Is that a synonym for sandbag?
I don't know. Sounds like somewhere like a woman or a man's going after somebody with money.
Yeah, gold digging.
It says swindle. Invent excuses to avoid a task.
Okay.
He wasn't gold bricking. He was really sick. Because you put gold on a brick and make it look like it's real gold.
Connecticut kept coming up in my life. I bought tickets to come up and see you in July.
Oh, yeah. Another mag room in July.
Yeah, this week.
I had to reschedule my colonoscopy. So there's a doctor.
Is he weird? Have you ever been to him before?
No. Not met him. People said he was good. I don't know. I don't feel like we need maybe we should have sort of a relationship for what's going to go on, but
I bet he's weird.
I can report back after I do it in August. Not really looking forward to it.
So Connecticut, I got tickets to see you, and Matt's parents are here, so I just was thinking about Connecticut this week.
Sure.
And I thought maybe I'd see if you know anything about your home state
and
my home state.
Trivia,
some facts maybe. I don't know. You know what the state insect is?
Of Connecticut? I don't. I can guess. Hornet.
Praying mantis.
All right.
It's unusual because it's not even native to North America. It is native to Africa and Europe.
Yeah, it seems stupid then. Let's change that.
Right. The oldest publicly funded library in the United States. I think you know this one.
Scoville Memorial Library.
It's right near you, right? Salisbury?
In my town. We can drive. I'll drive and show you it.
The
it's
oldest.
Really nice looking.
It is. I remember you showed me last time. It's a neat looking building.
Yeah.
Scoville Memorial Library. It's a free public library. It began when Richard Smith brought 200 books back from London to Salisbury.
Old Dick Smith.
In 1771. Books have been added. Since that time, the library has been expanded to the collection of the books is now over 30,000. Hamburgers were invented in Connecticut.
New Haven, Louis' Lunch.
Louis' Lunch.
I've never been there.
No, it's not that. They're not that great.
Wonder Bread. They put them on Wonder Bread.
Yeah, it's more that you're getting an experience. I went to the cheeseburger place when I was in Chicago. They were terrible. It was like, I guess you'd just be, you
could say you went.
You just go to say that you went.
Yep.
The home of Pez, like a Pez dispenser.
Oh yeah, it's in U.S. There's a place you can go.
Yep.
Where is that? Orange. There you go.
Orange. Yep.
Orange Pez is actually their least popular.
You know what the highest peak is in the state? I bet you.
Bear Mountain.
Yep.
Salisbury.
Yep.
Brennan just went up, but he said it was 5 miles each way, which can't be true. But
doesn't sound right.
No, his friend actually broke his arm at the top of the mountain. They had to carry him down, and
that day, yesterday.
Yeah, they did it was a field trip for school.
How did he fall?
Yeah, he tripped over a root or something.
Got sandbagged.
Yeah, it's like Joe Biden just started sandbagging.
Who is the one U.S. president born in Connecticut?
George Bush, older.
Yeah. No. No, younger. George
Oh,
Bush.
Really?
Yep.
I just should have said George Bush, and then you would have given me credit.
Yeah. So it sounded like you weren't going to say Bush. You went George, like you were searching for a specific George.
Just cycling through the George presidents?
Yeah.
There's only 3, right?
Are there? I don't know.
There's 3.
Washington.
And the 2
Bush and Bush.
That's it, I think.
George F. Kennedy. GFK.
Yeah. So you remember that? GFK
He got assassinated.
Yeah, he tried. He dated Mary Monroe. Wasn't Marilyn? It's her sister, ugly sister. That's it.
No. You want some more?
That's all the trivia there is.
How about what state was the first telephone issued in?
Connecticut.
Yes. On February 21st, 1878, the first telephone book was issued in New Haven, Connecticut. The book had the contacts of only 50 people, representing the fact that the invention of the telephone was made recently.
Yeah, it shows the idea of network effects. It'd be suck to be like the only guy with a telephone. It's not really very useful. It's like, hey, everybody, I got this cool phone, but I can't talk to anybody.
All right, here's another trivia question. What state is the birthplace of the world's first practical helicopter?
Connecticut?
Yes.
Sikorsky?
The Constitution State is the birthplace of the world's first practical helicopter designed by
What does that mean, practical helicopter?
Well, they used to
It
have
was
the ones that were...
That one just chops your head off when you get on it.
They're the 100% mortality rate. Everybody that's tried these ones has died.
Or it's just like, it only
But did you
flies
see
sideways.
Sikorsky's? Sikorsky's still alive, so it's better than my that impractical one that I was going on my backyard right now. Yeah, I'm not even nearly done with that thing. We could try, I suppose, but I'd use Sikorsky's if I were you.
It doesn't even have any seats in it. Just like you hang onto a pole.
Yeah.
It's flying around. That does not seem practical.
You've got a bunch of birds, angry birds that you've caught. That you've tied stuff to their legs.
And they fly you around.
They're furious at you, trying to peck at you. But it was designed by Vought, Voughc. I didn't know that was his first name. Sikorsky. The VS-300, which means probably 299, killed all the other people. Took flight at Stratford,
299
Connecticut.
impractical ones. We finally got it.
Guess what year? Guess what year the first practical helicopter was?
1915.
1939.
You can go see it, I think. There's a cool air museum in Hartford, up north of Hartford. I went with the kids. You can go on like the different planes.
It looks pretty impractical.
Yeah, it still does.
It's just like the bones of it. There's no, it's not.
There's no way that thing's flying.
Let's see some good ones. Oh, okay. What state is the first state to issue permanent license plates in cars?
Connecticut.
Yes, correct. In 1937, Connecticut became the first state to issue permanent license plates to cars.
You just reread the statement over again. That's really interesting.
And now the license plates are by far the most popular amongst license plates collectors. Okay, moving on to the next one. No questions, please.
Did they have like one digit on it? It was like 1 to 9.
CT at the top, then 1. Yeah. Can you name three? Name three nicknames for Connecticut?
The Nutmeg State.
Yes.
The Constitution State.
Yes. And then what's this one? This one I never heard before.
The Old Ochre.
I bet you don't know this one. The Provisions State.
Oh yeah, used to like always give people like, hey, you're going to Connecticut. Let's give them some provisions.
Let's provide them with things. It is due to the fact that during the Revolutionary War, Connecticut sent many supplies and cannon, singular, to the Continental Army.
That so fits Connecticut, just like so boring. You know what we love you guys for? You just send us provisions.
But why does it says Connecticut sent many supplies and cannon, singular? One cannon.
That's why they weren't the cannon state. They only sent them one.
Cannon. But they were the arms. That's also where the arsenal of the nation. Connecticut was once known as the arsenal of the nation. Breaking news here. The nickname mainly originates
they sent
from the fact
one cannon that they used. They're like,
I think they were sandbagging. They were sandbagging. They're the provisions. I mean, they're the arsenal of the nation, but they only sent one cannon to the war effort.
They were keeping them.
Sandbagging, mother.
Son of a bitch. We will send you food and cannon.
As many supplies and cannon. Wait, did you mean to say cannons? Nope.
We need maybe a few cannons. Would be great.
We're sending cannon right now. Cannons? No.
We're sending it with wheel.
We sent a driver out to deliver cannon to you.
You'll get it in year.
Wait, was there a number there? I didn't. Sounded like you just said year.
All right, well, that was fun. Yeah, we know more about our state. Maybe we'll do Florida next time. We'll see what you know about Florida. All right, should we wrap it up? Produced by
Connecticut.
Joe Biden, Sandbagged Joe Biden. Theme song by Maggie Ellox. Email mugaandcisco@gmail.com, or please write us a letter. The Mag Room, 10152 Indiantown Road, P.O. Box 9, Jupiter, Florida, 33478. We really appreciate it. I'd say social media, but I've stopped posting on it. So
No.
you can go to YouTube and watch our shows on YouTube if you'd like. Put down your phone this week. Don't murder your wife.
Oh, yeah, good one.
And
Daddy.
oh, here comes Ted. You want to finish off the show?
No.
Hi, Dad.
What are you whispering?
I want to hear. Whisper.
Say it loud.
Teddy, whisper into the microphone.
I feel like my dinosaurs.
You spell out your dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Won't they all get loose and attack everyone though?
Oh.
No?
What did you want to do?
Spill
Let
out
them
his
out?
dinosaurs, yeah.
Spill out? What does that mean?
If you say one thing, can you say stick with the mag room and everything else is cream cheese?
Stick in the bag and everything else is cream cheese.
See you later.
Spill those dinosaurs.
Guy never asked me anything like that I want him to ask me, but then he asked me like weird stuff like that.
What is spill out dinosaurs?
He's got this big container of all his dinosaur toys
He
that
wants to
he
dump
play.
them all over the floor.
Yeah, which is fine. He just never cleans them up. I think I did not give him permission. You have this on recording. I did not give him permission to spill them out and then not clean them up.
Not clean them up.
That's what he should have asked for. That's probably why he was asking, but he just asked to spill them out. Later, I'll ask him to clean them up, and he'll say that wasn't part of the bargain.
That wasn't part of the deal. We're going to have to renegotiate later tonight.
Yeah, I should have just said, yeah, but you have to clean them up later. I should have gotten that verbal contract. All right, that's our show, everybody.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
Maybe I'll just murder my wife.